I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network, and this is a breaking news alert. The Senate Judiciary Committee will be launching an investigation into the corruption within the U.S. Attorney's Office for Manhattan, the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney's Office under Donald Trump for its political pressure, political influence, and other corrupt acts taken by Donald Trump, directing prosecutors to go after Trump's enemy list, to manipulate court filings to please Donald Trump. A lot of these revelations came out in connection with a book being released by the former United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Geoffrey Berman. In Geoffrey Berman's book, he was there. He was literally the number one official. And he talked about in his book the corruption and being told by Bill Barr to manipulate prosecutions to support Donald Trump. He was told to focus on certain prosecutions over others, felt that in an area that's supposed to be free from political influence. That's how the Department of Justice was always run. And people called the SDNY the Sovereign District of New York in the sense that it was supposed to be completely independent and free from political influence. But Geoffrey Berman has detailed in his book that there was a pattern and practice and repeated efforts by Trump to go after political enemies and to change filings in ways that would benefit Trump or remove Trump in areas where he may be identified for engaging in misconduct. A letter was sent by the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Dick Durbin, who's the senator from Illinois, and Dick Durbin wrote to Merrick Garland letting him know about the investigation. A spokesperson for Merrick Garland confirmed that they received a letter by Dick Durbin and the Senate Judiciary Committee. This is part of a number of congressional investigations, criminal investigations that are taking place right now relating to Donald Trump. Obviously, we know the various grand juries in Washington, D.C. that are investigating Donald Trump's criminal conduct, from special grand juries investigating his conduct on January 6th and the conduct leading to it, a special grand jury investigating his criminal conduct relating to his political organization, the Save America PAC, and its criminal conduct, which was established after the November election where Trump lost by millions and millions of votes. There's another grand jury investigating Donald Trump stealing top secret, sensitive, compartmented information and potentially nuclear secrets belonging to foreign countries and other of the most highest guarded national secrets, which he stole, concealed, and obstructed at Mar-a-Lago. There's a grand jury in New York, grand jury taking place regarding Trump's potential criminal conduct, or the potential criminal conduct related to the potential merger between the Special Purpose Acquisition Company, the SPAC, and Truth Social. There's a special grand jury that's been impaneled in Fulton County, Georgia, as part of Fani Willis's investigation into election interference. And the Trump Organization is set to go on trial for tax fraud and other fraud relating to manipulating its valuations to third parties. That was where Alan Weisselberg just pled guilty to the crimes, and the Trump Organization is set there to go to trial in October 24th. Wow, that is just a small list of the various investigations. And of course, the investigation by the January 6th committee, and now the Senate Judiciary Committee has announced today it will be launching an investigation into the manipulation of SDNY, of the Manhattan federal prosecutors, by Donald Trump and by Donald Trump's other radical extremist lackeys to prosecute political enemies and to cover up things that would be otherwise hurtful to Donald Trump. Unprecedentedly disturbing conduct taking place in SDNY, a very proud law office, a very proud federal law department, but now obviously embroiled in this investigation because of Trump and the political partisan nature of what was going on there, while at least he was in control. And look, it's corroborated by the top person. It's corroborated by Geoffrey Berman. You can't get higher than the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, who would be a cooperating witness of the misconduct. Now, obviously, the fact that Geoffrey Berman is just talking about this now and not in 2020, that he waited multiple years to reveal this to try to sell a book. I don't want him let him get away with that. I mean, that's kind of disturbing, and we've seen this pattern over and over again of people who have the knowledge waiting to sell their books to then reveal this information. But nonetheless, it is helpful that this information is out there and is not buried. The chickens are coming home to roost with Donald Trump. Accountability is coming. This has been Marcellus from the MeidasTouch Network. If you want to support independent media, the best way you can do that is by hitting the subscribe button now. And we always get the questions, how can we support the MeidasTouch Network? This is more than a network. It is a movement fueled by you. We don't have billionaire investors or millionaire investors or $100,000 investors. We are funded and fueled by you and democracy. And so if you want to get involved in supporting to grow this movement together, another way you can support it is by going to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch, and become a member at one of the various tiers that we have, or you can go and wear some of the great MeidasTouch pro-democracy gear at store.MeidasTouch.com, store.MeidasTouch.com. Until next time, I'm Ben Marcellus from the MeidasTouch Network.
MeidasTouch is unapologetically pro-democracy. And look, we know you are too. So please make sure you check out our best-selling shirt and our best-selling gear, the unapologetically pro-democracy gear. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you check out my favorite shirt and one of our most famous designs, It Wasn't Rigged, You're Just a Loser, at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.